feels like we're living in the future because we're able to talk to all our computers. Alexa, who won the Patriots game?
Last night the Patriots beat the Steelers 33-3. They'll play this Sunday at 10 a.m. away against the Dolphins.
So why is it we haven't been able to speak with our EHR? Well, now we can. Loma Linda is employing a tool called Fluency Direct. And for the next couple of minutes, we're going to talk about what that tool can do for you and how you can customize it to make sure that your Epic experience is as efficient as possible. So much like the awesomeness that is the New England Patriots, we're going to spend a couple of minutes in some awesomeness of our own. So we're going to log into Fluency. We actually get there through our Citrix applications, which for efficiency's sake, we're going to go into one portal. So we're going to go into one portal and click on the Leap hyperlink. That's going to be mid-right side of your top of your screen there. Clicking on Leap, it'll send you to your Citrix login, MC / your username, and your normal password. And you'll notice there's an Epic dictation icon there on your screen. It's different than the frog. We're actually going to click on Epic dictation, and it's going to launch both Epic and Fluency at the same time. That way we're not having to log into multiple instances of things. So we're going to use our normal username here, but we need to make sure that it's all caps. So we're going to use user ID all caps and our normal password. On the bottom right, you can see a little microphone icon and it says, please sign in. As we sign into Hyperspace, we click login, choose our login department, and then the system logs us in. That's going to change from please sign in to signing in. And then eventually it's going to be signed in completely. And it's going to welcome us to Fluency Direct, and we can begin this process. But we really need to link a mobile microphone. We need to link our mobile device to the system. So why don't we go through and do that now? So I'm on my iPhone, and so I'm going to go into the Apple App Store and search for, I'll just search Fluency, and it's actually going to find the M-Modal mobile microphone app, which is the one that I want, M-Modal mobile microphone, and I'll download that. It's going to take just a couple of minutes. Of course, if you're using an Android, you're going to use your Google Play Store, whatever your mobile app market is. For me, I'm going to be using an iPhone today. So once we've logged in, we need to set up our microphone. So we're going to microphone setup, and we're going to choose link a mobile device from the options under microphone setup. This gives us a 6-digit code. Now in our mobile device, and I'm actually going to pull my mobile device onto the screen here so you can see on the right hand side will be my iPhone, and on the left you can walk through the setup process with both of those. But we're going to enter this code to link the mobile microphone. So I've got my iPhone on the right hand side. We're going to enter that 771201 code. And now it's going to link the two. It's going to ask us if we'd like to access the microphone. We do. We say OK here. You need to make sure you say OK. And now the microphone is linked to our M-Modal account here on the left. So we can see that Apollo is listed at, that's my iPhone name. And then I can say close. And we can begin the setup process. Now, I've already logged in before, so my security question is here, my answer, my email address, my password, all of that's been set already. But if it wasn't, you would need to go in and choose those questions and enter your email address at the time of setup. Once you've done all of that, you can go down and click next. And this is where you'll set your medical specialty. So you can see that there's a ton of different options that you can choose from. There's actually a clinic administrator option too. If we scroll all the way up, we can see that there's a clinic administrator option. I think what I'll do is I'll scroll down and I'll choose primary care for today. And then click next. Now we've already set our microphone, or we've already connected our microphone to our account, but we still want to calibrate that. So I'm going to read the text that's here, not all of it, but just until the blue OK button illuminates. Say I'm speaking into the microphone, I'm keeping the microphone at the side of my mouth. Okay, so we can see that that is illuminated. I can click OK. And now I can click Next. This is where I'm going to train my profile to understand my speech patterns, my cadence, my diction, the environment in which I'm typically dictating. So I'm going to need to go through and read sections for the next couple of minutes as it becomes used to the way that I say different words. Now, I could go through and read all of this with you, but you're going to get a chance to do this on your own. So I'm just going to begin skipping through these different pages. And as you go through here and as you train your profile, the system will begin to understand your words more accurately. And then also will give you the opportunity to learn about punctuation and different commands. But now we're done. We've set up our microphone, and now we can jump into customizing the system. So we've downloaded the mobile microphone. We've attached it to our Fluency Direct account. We've calibrated everything. We could actually jump in right now and begin to document in the medical record. We could dictate a note right now. In fact, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, what this looks like. I'm right-clicking here on the Fluency Direct toolbar and selecting Speech Box. This opens a speech box, which I can then click into and begin to dictate. So I'm going to pull up my Fluency Direct app. I'm going to trigger the microphone and I'm going to begin to dictate. Brett Mahoney is a 35-year-old male. You'll notice that after a brief wait, it populated the text box with exactly what I said. And as I use the system more frequently, it's going to learn even more about me and the way that I speak. And so the speech to text will become more and more accurate as time goes by. Now, this should increase efficiency, but we can actually increase efficiency more by entering different commands into our dictation. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how to find the existing ones, and also how to create your own next. So I'm going to right-click again here on my Fluency Direct toolbar, and I'm going to choose Commands. Now, there are a handful of different groups on the left-hand side, chart search options, in basket, but I want to come down here to my smart links and smart phrases because, so let's say I'm in the middle of a dictation and I want to pull in the patient's last CBC, I can simply command insert last CBC, and the patient's last CBC will be pulled into the template or be pulled into my dictation. So there are multiple commands already built out for other Epic customers and ourselves. This is fresh out of the box that we can push into our dictation at any time. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to create my own. So for example, let's say that I use a very efficient smart phrase for my gastroesophageal reflux disease patient, and I want to pull that in. So I'm going to go over to Add, and I'm going to name this. Now, you'll notice that the commands that we went through already, they all started with insert. That's just what the folks at M-Modal decided to program this out with. We could actually use anything here. We could use my great aunt Irma's name, for example. And then we're going to be pulling in my GERD note. So I'm going to say GERD. This will pull in my gastroesophageal reflux disease note. So I'm going to command in this smart phrase, and I'm going to do that by first naming it, which I've done, and then I'm going to click key. This is going to simulate pressing different keys on the keyboard. So to pull it in normally, I'll type dot, my initials, GERD, and then I hit enter. Now I want to give it a little bit of a wait, so I'm going to give it a wait here, and I'm going to change that wait time to 1 second. I recommend that you just set 1 second as your wait time before the next action takes place. Because not only do I want to open up that smart phrase, but I also want to go to my first list. So I want it to just trigger open my first list as well. So I'm going to simulate pressing F2 once I've had a second of wait time. Once that's done, I'll hit OK. And now I have my first command built out. This is my first custom command built out here. I'll hit close. Now I'd like to jump into a text box and show you what that looks like. And I'm going to use a Smart Tool enabled text box here within Leap. So we'll pretend that this is a patient's chart. We have our GERD patients being seen today, and I want to use my GERD smart phrase. And so I'm going to pull up my mobile microphone. I'm going to press the big button, my GERD. And you'll notice that it pulls open my GERD note and it opens up the first list. And I can begin to navigate through the different lists and make selections until I've completed this smart phrase. Now you can do this with any smart phrase, a system-wide smart phrase, your own individual smart phrase. You just need to go in and build a command using the path we just showed you. So that was a quick look at how to use Fluency Direct here at Loma Linda. Now, there are a ton of options, and our trainers will be in your clinics helping you customize one-on-one over the course of the next couple of months. But you're going to want to do some customization on your own, and if you have questions about how to do that, feel free to give us a call at extension 55900 or email us at trainingdepartment@llu.edu.
Computer? Computer? Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard. How quaint.